It brings together so many things that are of fundamental importance to society. You know, education, the ubiquitous role of technology in all of aspects of our lives. It all comes together in the same place.
John Dewey said in 1932 that we practically never teach anything by direct instruction, which is the model that's used in schools, and yet he said we instead teach by the creation of settings. When Dewey in 1932 said that, he didn't have what we have now, which is micro worlds that teach. So cyberlearning has the capability to go way beyond schools and way beyond the difficulties of implementing change in schools to affect learning much more than teaching.
I think it is important because it opens up new doors to the students. It actually takes away, we have been taking away the imagination part of the students since we haven't tried it since elementary school. And then when they get to high school or the upper level classes, junior high, high school, they lose that part of the imagination that I think we can bring back with media. Our kids are so used to having things online on the computers, and I think that's something that we have to relate. Education needs to change, and we need to change to whatever the kids need right now. And the kids, the world that where they live, it's in cyber media. So we kind of have to make that change so education can get into the new age.
I think it's important because it will allow learning to be individualized. Once you get a computer with a good infrastructure, good basis for knowledge, diagnosis, and prerequisites, you can actually help guide a learner's learning, if you will, based on their proclivities, what they know, what their affect is, and so on. And I think that's why it's important. Computers can allow that to happen.
Cyberlearning is key because it really brings the power of technology to bear on fixing a lot of the issues that have plagued education for a long time. In particular, the idea of personalization, allowing kids to learn at their own pace, pursue their own interests. But it also is important because it allows us to get a better sense of how the kids are learning, what the data trail, if you will, of their learning is. So for these reasons and others, I think cyberlearning is really a key technology.
I have an idea to get teachers more involved in research, and that is to allow us to use our federal grants to cover some of their time, to take away an hour from their day, if they want, obviously, to come and work with research teams. And that initial buy-in, that initial participation, the visible contributions from teachers will increase opportunities for real transition into schools and real change. So I would like to see more, that's probably the biggest hurdle, I think, is overcoming the barriers that are in place now.
My particular students haven't been given the same opportunities that other students have, and I think that those types of students are forgotten a lot of the times, and those are the biggest chunk of students that will benefit from cyber learning. That's my own personal opinion, which is a huge portion of the population. So they also need a break, and I think cyber learning is going to give them that